Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Monday, November 29th. Welcome. I hope you've had a good couple of weeks. It's been good here. Um, Dax and I are leaving tonight to go to Las Vegas. We'll be home on December 9th. So we're going to be out there for a while. We're looking forward to just relaxing and like we relax. Um, we're looking forward to getting away. I can say that for sure. Abigail's going to meet us out there, but I'm not sure when. She's going to fly standby, so she's going to try for the 4th. I don't know actually when she's getting there or how long she's staying, but whatever. It's all good. Let's see what else. Since the last time I recorded, I think I had been to the doctor and there were no tears in the tendons, ligaments. Like I said, I can't keep the two straight, even though he tells me. As soon as he says it, I'm just kind of like, what'd you just say? But no tears. He said that when I sprained it, that it looks like it was probably a pretty decent sprain, and that it's just still a little inflamed and still healing. So it'll just take time, and I'm happy with that. I'll take it. What else? Yeah, I don't know. We had Thanksgiving, just us. Abigail came home. We had a good meal and a good time just hanging out. Dax is incredibly happy because Michigan won on Saturday. That is his alma mater. So Saturday was a good day in the Verley house. Let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else right off the top of my head. I can't, but it'll come to me. Anyway, let's get on to the stitching. So I did work on Wyatt's stocking. Once again, I am loving this 25 stitches a day, which some days that's all I do, and some days I do way more. And here's where we are. I am more excited than I can't even begin to tell you. As you can see, this is the snow right here. Yeah, I'm down to here. That's where that is coming in at right there. I'm at the curve of the heel. I can't even. So, it won't be finished by Christmas, make no mistake, but I just can't even. I have not packed any of my cross stitch yet. So I don't know if I'm going to ignore my little calendar while we're in Vegas and just take what I want, or if I'm going to try to pack all those different things for whatever day it says. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, it'll be a surprise, I guess. And I didn't take the time to pull all this stuff out of my bags this morning because I really should have done this yesterday. We've still got to go to the office. I've still got a million errands to run, but what the heck? I worked on these teepees. This is one of those projects that should have been done not long after it got started. But here we are, years later. We're getting closer. Anyway, I think this time I filled in the red. This only had a couple of lines, so I filled in this and got the other above that. Worked on these cute little, it's called Warm Hearts, I think, yeah, from the trilogy. And again, this is one that came in a kit, so it came with everything with it. And I really should have been able to finish it this go-round because I already had the snowmen done, and I'd already started down here on the border, and I had this in snowflake. I put in another snowflake right here, and I don't know where I got it off. This is on linen, and I don't know what kind, I don't know what count, but I got off. So I'm thinking, because there is a button that goes in the middle of where it says hearts down there, and the other word is warm. I've got the pattern right here, you could see. So it's got this button right here, and it's got all these snowflakes. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and get the border in, and then because I have these 2 snowflakes in, I may put 2 over here. I'm going to use some buttons, snowflake buttons in there. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I have some little tiny ones that Colbin sent me in a goodie bag. A goodie box that would be perfect. And since there's already a button on there, I don't think that seems too crazy. But I stitch so slowly on linen, and it's just like that, having to pull the other one out because it was running into the border. I don't know where I got off, and it's making me crazy. So Dax and I went to the Renaissance Festival again. Not this past weekend, the weekend before. In May, they do a really big sale on tickets, like half price. And so I bought 10 tickets. And because usually the kids all go. And I mean, with including Jacob goes, Addison's fiance. I got in trouble for calling him her boyfriend. So we've got to move up. If you're a fiance, you're not a boyfriend anymore. But with all of them, that makes 5. So we go through the tickets pretty quickly that way. And this year, none of them went. Well, Kirsten and Abigail went with us that time. So we had all these tickets. So Dax and I went for a 3rd time. And I still had 2 tickets. There was only 1 weekend left. I found a couple that was standing in line getting ready to purchase tickets. And I said, here, go do something nice for someone else today. And gave them the other 2 tickets that I had. So, but all of that to say that on the way there, I worked on this. And Dax told me I was crazy for stitching on it, that it was already colorful. Just hang it up. That's why I love him. So really, I think I'm just still filling in, trying to make sure that I'm not missing things over here. And here you go. This is how you can really tell what I've done. So I just kind of pick a color that where I see some empty spots over on this half of it. I just pick a color where I see empty spots, and I try to fill that in all around. So, but at least this time I got something done. I took one last time and didn't have a needle. So, but of course, let's see, the other exciting, the kids turned 23. I don't even know how that's possible. And Dax asked me if I got stuff, if I went to the grocery store and made sure everything was taken care of, you know, plenty of food before we left and stuff. I'm like, they're 23. They'll be okay. I'm going to leave my credit card with them, so they'll be fine. I may not be when I get home and see what they bought, but I worked on, out of this Portrait of a Cowboy, I'm working on this one, the Shootout. See which way is the right way. This really isn't any faster, just FYI. You know, not having everything all together. It's really not. So here we are at the beginning of the year. This is the flower tree thing is on my list of things to finish this year. Wyatt's stocking is on that list. This one. As you can see, not getting finished, not getting finished, not getting finished. But at the beginning of the year, I only had like this little piece right here stitched. So this is the bottom of the coat right here. It's the bottom of this coat right here. So basically what I have here is this, all that part. So that really is a pretty big chunk. Obviously, this will come down too, but that really is a pretty big chunk of this pattern. But plenty to do still. We'll see if it gets finished next year either. Trying to find the picture. Okay, this one is Mirabilia. It's my pattern. I bought it from someone else, and it doesn't have the picture with it. Santa's Magic. And it's really hard to see. I could not get a good picture. It's really hard to see. But Shelly, there's Santa's face. Right in there, it's mostly a bunch of beard. But I'm trying to stitch up towards Santa's face for Shelly, because she's just doesn't know where he's going to be. She wants to see his face. She's quite upset about it. Just kidding. Really, I don't know what I got done this time. I didn't have much time that day, so I really didn't put in a ton, and I don't even know what I did put in. So, this also on the list of things to be finished this year. I am knocking it out, I tell you. But it's okay. Doesn't bother me at all, so. Out of this cute little book, Happy Holidays, Every Bunny. I am working on the Easter one right here in the middle. Yeah, I am so close to finishing this. I really am. Yeah, it'll work fine. Putting in some of the back stitching. The only cross stitching I have left to do are the Easter eggs up here, and to finish the back stitching. I'm really so close. This was not on my list, so, you know, it's no big deal. Because obviously it's still no big deal if it is on my list. I worked on this cute little one. I think that looks like the old Valentine cards, doesn't it? It's so cute. Be Mine. I bought it on Etsy, but there's their website. It's a digital pattern. Maybe that's what I'll do with my Stitch from Stash Money. I had to think of what it was. Is just go download a bunch of digital patterns, and I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to rent a car in Las Vegas. So last time I had just barely started it. This time you can see barely her arm and a little bit of her dress. So we're like right in here in this area. Like the blue on there's this little tiny bit of blue from the bow. I really enjoyed working on it, and I didn't want to quit because I was actually seeing progress. So, but I have to do stuff like go to work and feed the people who live here. It's unfair. Completely unfair. I worked on my fall welcome. This is also on the list of 19 to finish this year. This one is, I was like finished to right here and realized, actually that's not true. I wasn't finished. I started here and was working my way up. I had gotten to like right in here, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to have enough room. And so I stitched these little squares to find out that I didn't have enough room to finish it on the piece of fabric I was stitching it on. And so this one I started over at the beginning of the year, even though it was, I left it on my list because I still consider it an older WIP. I just start with what's oldest and count out, well, I count out 20, but that's, my list is just that simple. This time I filled in this pumpkin right here. It's off somewhere on one of these little things. I don't know, but I decided it's a pumpkin. Who cares? Everything else is in there. It's going to be fine. So I just left it. I don't think it's going to get finished this year. Even in that basket, that's still a lot of stitching left. So, but that's okay. Only a couple more. I worked on this Cats and Quilts. It's the Nantucket. I have started all three of these. All three of them have just barely any starts. This is out of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts from May, June of 1986. I used to have a subscription. That hasn't been my last name in 26 years. But the truth of the matter is, I have loved these three patterns since this magazine came out. I've had them marked to work on them. And I went through years where I barely did any cross stitching, so this is good. So, this time I worked mostly on these squares. I found a mistake in the cat's head, so I had to go back and I had to pull stuff out and go back and put stuff in. I know you can see where I carried my thread right there, but there's stitching to cover that up. Otherwise, I wouldn't have carried it. There is so much confetti in that cat's head. Oh my gosh. There are about, I don't know, 12 shades of brown and tan and cream. Oof. It's redonkulous. I have to ask, because it just popped into my head, because that's how I work. Has anybody else, if I'm watching stuff on YouTube, for some reason, all of my commercials are in Spanish now. Is that happening to anyone else? Because I know enough in Spanish to get myself in trouble. I'm not fluent in Spanish. Why are my commercials in Spanish? Although, if I watched them, would I learn Spanish instead of skipping them? Maybe that's what I should do. Start watching them. I don't know. I didn't change anything. Just all of a sudden, and there's no telling how long it took me to even notice, because I was just all of a sudden like, wait a minute, that's in Spanish. Why? But anyway, and we've been noticing, we have, I don't know if I've talked before about the people that live down the road. They're probably a mile and a half down the road from us, but we go past their place. We call it the compound. The sheriff's department doesn't like, nobody goes there alone. Like the sheriff's department, they only go there if there's more than one of them. One of my friends at the sheriff's department told me that when the matriarch of the family, because most of the family lives there, that when the matriarch of the family died, they called the sheriff's department to let them know that she had died. And they were going to send the JP out to, you know, the whole time of death and all of that kind of stuff. And they said, oh, it's fine. We already buried her. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what they cook over there, but I'm pretty sure it's, you know, meth or one of those kinds of things. In the wintertime where everything dies, I don't know what's in meth that keeps everything beautiful and green, but all of the grass in front of their place stays beautiful and green all winter. Although to be honest, I guess it could be decomposing bodies keeping the soil nourished. I don't know. But they have a new symbol that they've put up. I'm assuming it means when drugs are there, or I don't know. They have a basketball goal that sometimes is laying on its side and sometimes is up. This isn't a road to play basketball out in. It's a barely wide enough for 2 cars, no shoulders, curvy, hilly, not a road to be playing basketball in. And the goal can be laying on its side all day, and then at night it pops up. I told Dax we have one that the kids haven't used in 10 years. I said we need to take it down there and set it up on the other side of the road. I don't want them coming looking for me. That's the joy of living out in the country. You don't know what your neighbors are doing. Although, like I said, they're like a mile and a half. They're not really our neighbors, but we do drive past the compound every day. Okay. I'm sorry. I know you don't care about that. Anyway, I really do want to know if anybody else's ads are in Spanish all of a sudden. The last one I worked on is this pattern by Mill Hill Believe. And I am not doing it on the perforated paper. I think I bought this used from someone else because I've kitted it up. I've got the beads and stuff, but in the button, but I've kitted it up with all my own floss. And I'm doing it on this taupey kind of fabric. But I got a lot done on this time because last time I had like this and I think this row. So I got all of these in and this and all of the red. I came over here to put the red in because I just wanted something with some color. But, sorry, I am thrilled with the progress. So there we go. That is everything that I have stitched. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything else. Oh, I do know we had to go buy a new TV. Our TV died. Just, you could hear the sound, but the picture just went away. So we had to go do that. It's amazing how much the price of TVs has gone down. It continues to go down, but because we don't have a smart TV or anything, we don't have internet connection out here at the house. We just can't find a good one. They're expensive, and we've tried different ones. They cost a lot of money, and they work poorly and slowly, so we just don't have it right now at the house. So I have no need for a smart TV, so I get to buy one of those cheap TVs. Okay, I guess that's everything. I need to clean up my mess, decide what I'm going to take with me, finish packing, go to the office, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I'll check in while we're in Vegas. Maybe, maybe not. We have nothing planned. We're just going to get away. So we'll see what it brings. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and we will see you here. We will. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. And before I forget, thank you everyone for the likes and the comments. Welcome new subscribers. I hope you'll stick around. And finally, we'll see you here next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.